Just waiting. And it's green. We are going, and the cars are coming together. It's a squish at the back for Chip Ganassi Racing. Exciter following the way, but it's Andretti United who have easily got the better start. There's 2 into 1. That doesn't work out at the back there, but it is Andretti United who have taken the lead of this. Excite Energy in second place and third behind them, Chip Ganassi Racing. But you can just see they mean business. Leduc wants to get back up to this, but at the front, Timmy Hansen is stretching out his lead.
So Hansen managed to get the whole shot there. Ollie Bennett was really aggressive off the start, not in a bad way. Shut the door immediately, got good traction, closed the door on Carl Leduc. Carl Leduc is right up behind him, and now we're going to find out if there is anywhere to pass. Leduc looks to the inside line. Bennett uses his hyperdrive to try and hold Leduc off. We didn't see if Leduc did as well. I don't think he did. So Bennett was wise there. He saw Leduc come out in the mirrors. That's one of the few places we thought he might be able to pass. Look at the speed Carl Leduc carries down right up behind. They're losing time. Remember, only one goes through. He can't lose touch with Hansen out front.
Yeah, and he is all over the back of Leduc. Can he get through here? Yes, he's going to make it stick. He is going to have to get aggressive. That's exactly what he's doing. Leduc takes on Bennett for second place. Now he has got to try and hunt down Hansen, who has got the lead at the moment. A bit of clear air. Yep, so Hansen deploys hyperdrive. Will Leduc use it now, or will he wait and hold on and try and use it to gain more advantage towards the end of this lap and go for an overtake somewhere?
Yeah, Leduc's waiting, hasn't he? Definitely. I can't really see. I mean, there is a straight later on. He flies up high in the background now. The gap, yes. And the traction challenge, Andretti United done a 50.6 through there.
Tell you what, as these cars go into the switch zone, it is wonderfully set up, but the pressure is really going to be on Katie Munnings. Right, first car is out already, and
yeah, Segitivi, Chip Ganassi have left, and now Hansen leaves behind. But remember, they stopped first because they're around that corner. So now through comes Sarah Price for Chip Ganassi Racing. She got away first. Looks like the windows are steamed up on the inside for her, but not across the screen. Luckily, the side window looked like it was. Now it's Katie Munnings versus Sarah Price for the final spot in the last final of the year.
On Munnings all the time, you can see the gap now, 2 seconds as they come around this really bumpy, aggressive part of the track. What can Sarah Price do? Can she fight back from Munnings? Munnings looks like she's in a good place.
0.3 of a second taken off by Sarah Price in that last bit. She takes the alternate line up the hill. Sarah Price is full send in the Hummer. Going to jump out the top, try and take the left-hander on a different line. Andretti United, Katie Munnings holding on. Couldn't be close to 0.6 of a second as they approach the finish line now. Who's going to get it? It's Munnings. Just holds on for Andretti United. Keeps their hopes of a P3 in the championship alive. Brilliant drive by her, and such a good effort by Sarah Price to try and get through. Brilliant race to the line. Excite Energy Racing, a fair way back. You're looking at Christina GZ. It's good to see that alternate line up at the finish works as well, so it might not be over right until the flag. Very even start, X44 made with an advantage. Kevin Hansen moves across on Sebastian Loeb, gives him a squeeze. Loeb will just want to hold on. Oh, Loeb uses hyperdrive there, looks things off the line, but couldn't make it work. Woolridge too. But it's Kevin Hansen who gets the whole shot down to turn 1. Sebastian Loeb slots into P2 with Lance Woolridge right behind.
We're getting some real air out front for Hansen. He really does, rocking and rolling along that. So they're going into the Continental Traction Challenge. Problem for Woolridge.
Woolridge has pulled off.
I think he's just maybe gone the wrong way, needs to get himself back on track, but at the front it's still Hansen leading the way. You can see Veloce coming back onto the circuit now. They're far back though, aren't they? That gap coming down for Woolridge, he's got it back to about 8 seconds now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, watching that, Jenny, he's obviously pushing really hard. We know Woolridge is quick. He was caught up behind Sebastian Loeb. Loeb's gone quickest in the Traction Challenge. X44 have got those 5 championship points. That's what the big jumps, that's what the big push was about. It could not be closer.
Luke is all over the back of Hansen. He wants to try and do the under and go round him, but he can't quite get there. So this is the big splash. It's right on the back of him. Just look how close he is. It's going to crawl all over the back of him. They're in the switch zone now, though. So remember, they are down to 30 kilometres an hour. Veloce peel off. They've got the first slot. The second slot goes to the second car of Hansen, and then the third slot all the way around. This is painful for Loeb because he's got to get round to Gutierrez. It's an equal, there's no disadvantage, is it? It's equal spacing.
There is a chance here because Loeb is on the exit. If they can get this absolutely bang on, remember the other cars will release almost the same time.
Gutierrez gets into the car. So first away, it's Arlen Kotalinsky for the JBXC team. She's away. Let's see how quickly the others react.
She's coming around that corner now. Can they release the X44 car before she gets
Oh!
there? They do! Brilliant tactics from X44. Loeb was right on the back. They had that switch zone slot on the exit of it. X44 take the lead by coming out of the switch zone first.
This is going to be so close, though. All three cars leaving at the same point. They hit the button. They start going full speed for this. It's going to be a wonderful battle, a one-lap dash to see what happens.
Arlen Kotlinski's taking alternative line. Watch for Arlen Kotlinski on the outside of the JBXE machine. Not quite close enough.
Yeah, that line's not really proven so good. Look at Chadwick, ultimate commitment. She's only got one light working on that. Don't know if they've had some contact along the way, but she is trying to close the gap down. Yep, so it's up the twins, and this is the final dash to the line. X44 leading at the moment. They're followed by Arlen Kotlinski. Will Chadwick take the same route? Highly likely, but look at this. Arlen Kotlinski pushing as much as she can, but it looks like Gutierrez has done enough. She comes through to the cross line. We're going to see the finish, and yes, it's X44. They've got the fastest lap as well with the traction challenge. They get 5 points for that, and Gutierrez and Loeb take the much-needed win to take the championship challenge through to the final, to take it to RXR and see what they can do. Our winners for semi-final one. And we go racing in Dorset, and RXR get a decent start. At Cooper as well managed to drag themselves out. So hyperdrive use for Christopherson and Sainz at the moment. Sainz boosting himself into second place, actually. That's a great shout by them. Almost no visibility for Ekstrom. He's right at the back of Sainz, but Christopherson gets the slingshot. He's nicely away. This is perfection for what Christopherson needs to do.
I wonder if there might have been a bit of contact there. Look at the back of the Acciona Sainz car, and that wouldn't have been the fault of Ekstrom. He literally couldn't see, so Ekstrom was super close, maybe nudged him. Not a biggie. I'm surprised Christopherson used the hyperdrive, Jenny, because their start was so good that they were actually out in front. Ekstrom uses his, now going to try and pass Carlos Sainz. He does. Matthias Ekstrom up the inside, surely only goes back, so Sainz responds.
Wow, what a push from Sainz. That was defensive. He is El Matador, and he used all of his bullish tactics, and actually he's found some decent pace there. The bodywork that was flapping around on the rear end, that's gone now. Let's see what they can do. Sainz closing the gap to a second. Look at the commitment over there. Oh, the bodywork flies up in the air. That's gone. Who needs that? Just let it rip away.
That's the result, though. If that stayed up over the windscreen, that would have been a nightmare for Apt Cooper. So Ekstrom, who lost a door last time out, has lost now the front bodywork after that contact. Acciona Sainz are missing a bit. Apt Cooper are missing a bit, but out front, Christopherson missing nothing.
Yeah, so he's in the zone now. This is the traction challenge. So he's got to put the hammer down. He's got to go for it. So he deploys his hyperdrive going towards Knifefish. This is going to be aggressive. This is going to be a 10 out of 10 for the jump, I hope.
Here we go then, Christopherson with a big launch. How long will it be? Not as long as yesterday. Gets the car down on the ground. Now it's absolutely full throttle as he comes down to the timing line at the end. Watch the top right side of your screen. 49.5. It's not enough. It's a 50.7. So Loeb and X44 hold on to the Continental Traction Challenge.
First out of the switch zone, it is Molly Taylor. So a reminder, this is a one-lap dash to the finish. And the order, RXR, couple of seconds up the road from Acciona Sainz, and then Ekstrom and Kleinschmidt. We didn't see them in the switch. We know they've got a seriously damaged car, but can they get away? That's the question.
Yeah, front bodywork missing, not so bad for them. Rear bodywork missing off this car, Acciona Sainz, but look at the gap Molly Taylor has in the RXR machine. 6.57, 6.58 seconds up the road. She can afford to take this one easy if she wants to. But here she is coming up now through the murky conditions. So they do release the Apt Cooper car from the switch zone just in case there's an opportunity. There it is coming down the straight in the background. But Molly Taylor coming up the slope. They're just meters away from going through to the final, and they're taking the advantage back here. Christopherson with a brilliant first couple of laps. Taylor, as usual, absolutely flying. And RXR do what they needed to do to respond to X44. They're through to the final, and the championship goes down to the last race of the year. Apt Cooper obviously spent a little bit more time in the switch zone. I think it's right they sent the car out, Jenny. Might as well do that final lap. They were probably hoping that one of the others would have had an issue.
I don't know, but it's fascinating as Jutta Kleinschmidt takes the finish for the Apt Cooper team, coming in third spot.
X44 with a great great start. RXR2 X44 are going to get there first. JBXC moves across to try and shut the door on Andretti United. Arlen Kotlinski almost up the inside of Molly Taylor, but not quite. It's Christina Gutierrez who gets down to turn 1 with a whole shot, clearly in the lead. Molly Taylor, though, in P2, they run a bit wide in turn 1. Slippery through there, Arlen Kotlinski third. It's Munnings in fourth. I can't see Laya Sands. They're a long way back for Science XC.
Oh, sliding for JBXC. They've got all over the place, losing out on the traction on the grid. Have they lost a spot? Can they push themselves back in? Contact behind.
They're so close, they're side by side. Arlen Kotlinski, I think, just managed to get past. So Arlen Kotlinski gets up past Munnings. I thought she'd lost it. I wonder if she's used hyperdrive through there and we just haven't seen it on the graphics. She had sudden sideways in the background. Sands was sideways too. And Arlen Kotlinski is making her drive on the mirror. She's now used her hyperdrive to try and get past Taylor. As we see over the jump goes Gutierrez. Sands uses her hyperdrive too. Oh, alongside JBXC, look for the pass on RXR. Michaela Arlen Kotlinski alongside and past Molly Taylor. Taylor on the outside line now as they're coming towards the right hand. They're surely going to slot into P3. So as RXR's dropped another position. RXR drops down to P4. So at the minute would be equal. They would win on countback for number of wins. I wonder if they've got an issue. Remember, they changed the inverter on that car. Perhaps they're not running at full power. This doesn't look like Molly Taylor on maximum attack. Oh, there's Munnings right up behind JBXC, trying to make a pass on the braking zone. The two of them going into the funnel, not through. Munnings spins. Katie Munnings spins on the way in. She's going to have to bang that into reverse. There it is, and slot back in, so time lost. No problems for Gutierrez on board. You were seeing Munnings choose the gears.
That goes to show you just how much of a lead they've got on Taylor, because that could have blocked the route for Taylor. It hasn't, and actually Munnings holds on to that third spot.
There's Sebastian Loeb. He knows they're absolutely in the position they need to be in. They hold the Continental Traction Challenge 5-point advantage. They hold P1 in this race. It is Loeb versus Christopherson. How long until RXR are going to get that car out? There goes Andretti United with Timmy Hansen on board. RXR will be closer. The car is moving, Jenny. They're closer than they were thanks to that problem for Munnings. But it's Timmy Hansen at the wheel. He's not going to be an easy one to pass. Axiona Sainz are now a long way back from RXR. Look at the timing screen, bottom left. They still haven't left. Remember, they were only a second behind RXR when they came in.
And it's X44 leading the way. They have the 5 points from the Traction Challenge. RXR trying to do all they can. It's probably not enough now. No, they were second behind. So 5 points go for the Traction Challenge to Loeb. But look, Loeb coming up. He's taking the final bit of the twins. What can he do here? It's out of his hands, really. He can just go as fast as he can. He's done everything. They take the win here in the X-Prix for the Jurassic X-Prix, but heartbreak is it. They're going to have to look over their shoulders. Can Axiona Sainz do anything? The win goes to X44. Second for JBXC. We're still waiting for third place. Who's it going to be? It's Hansen crosses the line in third for Andretti United. If Rosberg X Racing cross the line next, they are the champions, our first ever Extreme E winners. Christopherson punches the air. He is delighted. The whole team are delighted. Wow, what a final. They smashed it. So let's just have a look at the final race results. So it was Axiona Sainz in 5th place. RXR managing to get 4th, what they needed. Exactly what they needed. Andretti United in 3rd place. The battle for 3rd in the championship standings. JBXC seems to have taken the way. And X44, their first win of the season. What a time to do it. What an amazing final it was. Absolutely appropriate for this championship. And it's time for this. Watch out. Don't get wet. Bang!
Kevin Hansen, the pro at the champagne, isn't he? Always gets it launched first of all. Proper champagne fight. To the end of the season, they can actually enjoy a drink if they want to, can't they? Wonderful performances from them all. A brilliant way to round out the season. A nerve-wracking end to the season, but a cracking race.
Yep, so much was at stake today, and it went down to the wire. Absolutely level on points, as you can see. Rosberg X Racing 155 points. X44 155 points.
So RXR take it by virtue of their 3 wins compared to X44's 1. It is JBXC who take 3rd place in the championship from Andretti United. A shout out to them as well for the other win this season. Apt Cupra XE, Axiona Sainz are in their second final today. Veloce Racing. And they're bringing up the rear. Segi TV, Chip Ganassi Racing. Surely they could have had one of those wins this year. They've been so unlucky. And XI Energy Racing. Thank you to every single member of all of those teams for some brilliant entertainment.